Guilty on all counts. The Little Falls man who killed two teenagers who broke into his house was found guilty today. As our Scott Sheehan tells us, the decision came the same day as the closing arguments.
Guilty of murder and a life sentence. That's what Byron Smith got today after the jury deliberated 3 hours after closing arguments. The jury found Smith guilty of 2 counts of first degree and 2 counts of second degree murder. The judge sentenced Smith to 2 concurrent life sentences.
We put a lot of faith in the jury, and we were hoping they'd do the right thing, and they saw it the same way we did, and we're grateful for that. Most particularly, it was about the families. They really, really needed justice for their dead kids, and we think with the verdicts they got it.
It's not a fair or just verdict, but it's the verdict the jury heard with the evidence they saw. They didn't see all the evidence, and he is adamant about an appeal, and he has every right to that appeal because there's a lot of things the jury did not see.
While he stood there exercising his right to a trial, he played judge, jury, prosecutor, executioner, and took their lives.
The defense doesn't think it was a fair trial because not enough evidence was let in.
All this evidence that we obtained and researched, investigated, was not allowed in, and the jury didn't see it. I said for him to get a fair trial without viewing all the evidence is extremely difficult, almost impossible.
The family says the teens were driving to their grandparents' home when they stopped at Smith's house.
They thought that the house was empty. Does that make it right to go in? Absolutely not. But they did not expect to encounter anybody.
That's horrible. These kids made a dumb mistake. I have made huge, stupid mistakes in my life, but I'm alive to talk about it.
During closing arguments, the prosecutor said Smith waited for the teens like hunting a deer, while the defense says Smith was locked inside his house when the shooting occurred. Smith will begin the appeals process. His next appearance in court will be about restitution for the teenagers' families. In Little Falls, Scott Sheehan, Lakeland News.
Members of the jury declined to comment about their decision. Smith was immediately taken into custody after his sentence, after the verdict was read today.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.